we were playing so much, we didn't have time to practice. We were at shows every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then if we had time, we'd practice on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It was flooded.
Yeah.
God, yeah, it was like every couple of blocks there was a show or a house party or something somebody was playing at.
Dude.
You know? With all kinds of really, really good bands. Nobody was playing covers. They were all playing originals. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew everybody. You know, if you couldn't get a show there, you could get a show down the road. If you couldn't get it down the road, you could go to Anti-Prom. We don't talk about Anti-Prom. but it was everywhere. It was madness. And so then we went in phase 2. Venues started dropping off because of all the fights that we were having, because of all the property damage we were incurring. I remember one, Hartley Fire Hall. I played, I got off, I was trying to get my drum set packed up, and me and Justice go out to the parking area to start loading stuff up, and there was just these two ladies beating the crap out of each other. I guess they were dating or something, and one cheated on one or whatever like that.
The Delaware love story.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one of them started running off. They ran into my van. The other one followed. They came out of my van. They went and broke a window in another vehicle next door to it. And the whole chase went on and off. And then that was really like Hartley Fire Hall was kind of like, kind of getting flatlined now, but it wasn't even the bands at that time. That was just people outside.
It was the lovely ladies beating the piss out of each other in the parking lot, which sounds hardcore as fuck, but...
We tried. We really did.
Not great for, business.
Tried to continue on. My cousin, Dustin, he ran a lot of those shows. He helped figure out the food, get all the money organized, and, after time and all these arguments, all these fights, all the parking lot arguments, it was like, look, we can't do this no more.
Yeah, we can't take the chance on you guys
Exactly.
anymore.
And then it became an insurance thing. Then the same thing was happening at the Wagon Wheel, and I remember, I think it was Circles in Milford. They also had the same problem. So
Circles got shut down for some
Yeah.
I know the people that owned it, so I was like, oh boy, that's retro reggae.
Then the neighbors started complaining about noise. Our shows would go at what noise ordinance it was 9:30, 10 o'clock or something like that. We would play well after that. So cops were always constantly showing up to all of our shows. And then we got to phase 3. Things started slowing down but kept going until these 3 things happened. Kids started getting jobs, having kids of their own, so the priorities changed, and rehabs and deaths.
Yep.
No.
The drugs started showing. Everybody was doing them at the shows, but they were starting to show that you were doing them. And interventions were happening. Rehabs were getting filled up with all of our people. And then we lost a lot of people, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no small feat,
No, I don't imagine.
After a lot of that, it was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to continue.
I can imagine. We almost lost our bassist, not to drugs, but he had a terrible health scare where he had to have emergency surgery. And I thought about it. I was like, this is probably one of the few things that would at least... I told myself that I would quit music if something happened to Mikey. And then Mikey and me had a little, smack around conversation where it's like, you better not quit, motherfucker. But that's Mikey for you. He'll champion himself for his friends.
Well, that was right around when I fell off, too. It was like I wasn't a drug addict or anything, but I did have a child. Mm-hmm. So that's when I chose to kind of walk away. And I went to shows and stuff still, but I wasn't a part of the scene or anything. I wasn't playing the shows anymore. I was just like a bystander, a viewer now. And that felt a lot different because you're the guy that used to be up there. You used to be giving them the show, and it makes you feel some type of way. So I stopped going.
Yeah.
So, and then I joined, it was about 5 years later, I joined Scar the City, which was, we tried to pick it up. Well, all right, well, there's not really a whole lot going on right now. Let's just try to make some music. And that lasted, 6 months? And then died off. And we are like, look, this ain't working.
Yeah. But, I mean, to your point, though, with the people having kids and just as soon as it's not a massive group of people and it's a really small concentrated group of people trying to do something, it's like a mountain of effort compared to just, hey, can you call this person and this person will just set the show up at this house. It just turns into like this huge logistical, like we're planning the infrastructure of a city just to get a show going. And it like for us, he runs I'm
the setup guy more than anything.
And I'm the logistics person.
I do most of the booking. He does most of the logistics for setting up the shows, like who's carrying what, how
many cars are we taking,
fuel costs,
gas stations if it's a trip,
time frames, scheduling.
And we carpool and everything, but when it's
I can't drive, so
we have it set up that we have a group chat, and it used to be 5, but now it's 4 people, which is still a good bit to manage because 4 separate schedules.
That's an achievement too, though.
Yeah, man. And like last year we were talking about like, let's just always be playing shows. And then when it got to be, we were burnt out.
We had burnout. Our first run was like 5 shows in 3 months, and Skis hadn't played shows in like 8 years. So I was down. I was slowly ramping up because I had stayed steady with Fate, and then Fate had a drought for various reasons, and I was super hungry, really wanted to be able to get into some niches that Fate just was never going to go because they didn't stylistically want to go there, and I stylistically wanted to go there. And me and Skis lined up creatively, and we bounce off each other very well. Skis has a very unique way of laying down grooves, keeping things from getting too repetitive. He is not one of the most technical guitarists, and he'll tell you that himself. What we do is not, feats of magistry by any means, but it's catchy. People like it. I've gotten compliments from Unexpected Life because it was a real song about a real problem, and we went there. I didn't even write the lyrics. I wrote Disease, but I didn't write Unexpected Life. And I like being able to creatively interact with people. And that's the whole point of the scene now. We're trying to just get along, coexist the best we can. If we see someone that's really doing something shitty, we try and do our best to try and remove ourselves from that person. Because Delaware's so small, it's so quick to be like, man, f*** that guy. And then everything gets tribal, it gets split up, and then we go through. We are currently trying to bring things back from the last time things got fucked up.
Right. We're gonna pause right there because there's gonna be a train going by.
We planned an entire guitar string cartel in the absence of the train.
Wow. Thanks for watching this clip of Recall the Podcast. Brand new episodes every month and original music a few times a year. Find full episodes of the podcast and more only on the Recall the Moment channel.